Shalom, and welcome to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul, your Biblical Hebrew podcast. Shalom, and welcome to our Biblical Hebrew podcast. Today we shall speak about the meaning of the name David in Hebrew, and we shall try to see what was so special about the relations between David and Jonathan, the son of the first king Shaul. The name David is written in Hebrew in 3 letters: Dalet, Vav, Dalet. David. In English, David. The letter Dalet equals 4. The letter Vav equals 6. Together they make 10. And another letter Dalet, which is 4, and the volume of the name David is 14. Another way to write the name David, but in a secret way, would be to write the letter He. The letter He has in general the volume of 5, but as we learned yesterday, the letter He could be written from 2 other Hebrew letters, Dalet and Yod, and in this case, when we write the letter He with the letter Dalet and the letter Yod, the volume of the letter He appears as 14, for the Yod equals 10 and the Dalet equals 4. Together they make 14. So we can write a new equation. On the right side of the equation, we write the name David, Dalet, Vav, Dalet, or in numbers 4, 6, 4, which together they make 14. This is on the right side of the equation. And on the left side of the equation, we write the letter He, and we make 2 arrows. One of them is for the Dalet, which is 4, another for the letter Yod, which is 10, and together. And here we see that the letter He, when it's written with 2 Hebrew letters, equals 14. So, on the right side of the equation, we see the name David, which is 14, and on the left side of the equation, we see the letter He, which also equals 14. So, in other words, what we want to say is in every letter He that we see in the Bible, we can penetrate inside of it and see and find the name of David implied. This is the first part of the conversation. The question that we asked at the beginning was, what is so wonderful about the relation between David and Jonathan that in Samuel 2, chapter 1, David relates to Jonathan and says the following words, that your love was wonderful to me more than the love of women. Some people do not know how to translate this verse that David said for his beloved friend. But the sages offer us a very interesting reading of the relations between both of them. But first, before we bring the sages' idea, we have to look into the Hebrew name of Jonathan. The Hebrew name of Jonathan is Yehonatan. Yehonatan. The name Yehonatan is written in 6 letters. Yod, He, Vav, Nun, Tav, Nun. In this way, we can divide the name Yehonatan into 2 Hebrew words. The first will be Yeho, Yod, He, Vav, which implies to the tetragrammaton, because Yeho, Yod, He, Vav includes of 3 letters of the tetragrammaton, and Natan. Natan in Hebrew means he gave. He gave. So, what is the name Yehonatan means in Hebrew? The tetragrammaton already gave us everything. What we only need to do is to receive. Another aspect of the name Natan, because it's also a name, Nathan in English, not just a verb in Hebrew. Natan, he gave, it's also a name, Natan, Nathan. The name Nathan, Natan, is written in Hebrew in 3 letters, Nun, Tav, Nun. Nun is 50, Tav is 400, and another Nun is 50, which together they make 500. 500. 500 is a number that symbolizes the temple, the Holy of Holies. And again, if we combine the 2 components of the name Yehonatan, is the tetragrammaton. God already gave us the temple in the heart. It was given to us already. We just need to discover it. So now, after we have looked into the name Yehonatan and to the name of David, let's try to see what the sages are telling us regarding the relations between both of them. The sages are saying that in the name Yehonatan, we see the 3 letters of the tetragrammaton, Yod, He, Vav, the influencing letters of the name, the first 3 letters, Yeho. And David, as we have shown recently, is not just the volume of 14. We can also write the name David by only writing the letter He, the 5th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. So if David is implied by the letter He, when he meets Jonathan, Yehonatan, the 3 letters of Yehonatan, Yod, He, Vav, unite with the letter He that implies in the name of David. And when David and Jonathan are meeting, it means in the spirit dimension that the 3 letters of the name Yehonatan, Yod, He, Vav, are uniting with the letter He that is implied by the name of David. And when Jonathan and David are meeting, there is a unification of the name, the tetragrammaton. Yehonatan brings the 3 first letters of the name, and David brings the fourth letter, the last letter of the name, and then we have unification of the name. And this is why David says, after Jonathan had died in the battle with his father Shaul, that your love was wonderful to me more than the love of women. Because what the three letters of the name can influence to the last letter of the name, what David wants to say, that through why the love to Jonathan was so wonderful, because through the relations of the letters he could feel the love of the divine. This was our little conversation about the meaning of the name David, about the meaning of the name Jonathan, and the relations between them. We wish you a beautiful day and wonderful week. Thank you for listening to Bible Stories as Blueprints of the Soul. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to hear more about a certain topic, just write us an email to hebrew@learnoutlive.com. We are always happy to hear from you. For more episodes, videos, and articles like this, please visit our website at hebrew.learnoutlive.com. We also would like to invite you to join our live classes. Just search for Online College of Biblical Hebrew on Facebook and start learning now with students from all over the world. Kol Tuv and Shalom.